Dali. Remove muna kita. Wait lang. Yeah. All right, let's wait for our viewers to join us today. Ayan. So we're live lang po. Medyo delay kasi ang ating internet. Wait lang. Wait lang ha. I'm supposed to share it on my... Okay, good morning, fellow Spoonies, and welcome back to Live, Love, and Hope. Today is another Lupus story of the month. At today, special din ang ating guest, just like our previous guest. If you haven't watched it, Miss Ria Sotomil, please see our playlist for Lupus Story of the Month here at Live, Love, and Hope. Again, ako po muli, si Miss Leonard Santiago, at winewelcome ko po kayo muli sa ating segment na Lupus Story of the Month. Ngayong buwan ng Agosto, isang napakagandang guest ang ating kasama, and she will share to you guys how to build your confidence despite of battling lupus. And of course, she will share a lot about her journey, not only about her lupus journey, but how she get through Canada with her family and beautiful children. So before anything else, let me introduce to you. She was officially diagnosed with lupus in year 2017. She is a mother to 3 beautiful and lovely children, and they recently migrated to Canada. She recently taken another courses. Later on, ikukwento niya sa atin kung ano ba yung pinag-aralan niyang panibago sa Canada. And she focused on modeling and hosting and also acting. And she focused on her multiple jobs. O, diba? Mamaya, itanong niyo na po kung paano niya nagawang mag-handle ng multiple job despite lupus. And what is good news and something to be more proud of our guest today? She is a candidate for Miss Philippines International of British Columbia and Canada. And lastly, she is an advocate for autoimmune and mental health. So please, let us welcome Miss Agatha Caraveo Lopez. Good morning, sis!
Hi! Good morning, sis! How are you? And thanks for having me. And hello din po sa ating mga viewers. I'm very happy to be in this show. Thank you again for the opportunity.
You're very much welcome. And thank you so much sa pagtanggap ng aming invitation. And napakaganda ng nangyari sa'yo, Aga. And we would love to hear and be inspired by your story. So, the first question is, kamusta ka ngayon?
I'm actually doing great. Of course, as a lupus patient no, with autoimmune diseases, we're never 100%, which is something that we've learned to accept. But honestly, ever since I was diagnosed, I feel like this has been the best so far. Right now, I've been in remission for quite a while now. So I'm not taking any medications already for quite a while now. So I'm doing really great. But then again, you know, as a lupus patient, may ups and downs pa rin tayo. So there's still a couple, minsan pa rin, you go into a flare, but then you just learn to live with lupus eh. Parang it's always a cycle. You just have to accept it. But right now, I feel like I've learned to live with it. So far, I hope. You know, wala naman talagang ano sa atin eh. I feel like walang kasiguruhan lahat sa atin. So I just learn to live life as it is right now.
That's right. And I think, you know, when you are with lupus, it's like you're having an invisible partner that is just there and keep on reminding you, hey, stop, this is not the right time for that, or keep going, I'm still quiet here. So That's so good to hear that you're doing well, and especially the medication. That's a very good news. And I hope everyone will have the same thing, because me too, I'm also waiting for the remission while I'm doing the chemotherapy. So, before anything else, would you like to share to us your lupus journey? How did you discover it?
Okay, you know what? I've told this many times, but then I still get emotional. Actually, before our live, I tried just reliving everything, but then you still get emotional while talking about it. So I'll try to not be very emotional right now, but then when you look back and share it with also the same people that have had this journey, talagang parang may kurot pa din sa atin, no matter how long you've had this. So I feel like, kasi lupus is not diagnosed right away, I feel like I've had it. I've started feeling the symptoms when I got pregnant with my third child. So yes, I already have 3 kids. Pero yung sa third, doon medyo nag-start lahat ng symptoms. Actually, hindi lahat eh. Pa-isa-isa siya. It was a very long wait. So palpitations, alam mo na, yung fatigue. I think the fatigue has always been there. Before nga iniisip ko, sabi ko, bakit parang feeling ko ang tamad-tamad ko sa buhay talaga? I feel like I just don't have the energy. So I feel like yun, before pa talaga, ever since pa. But you won't really think of it that way, right? Hindi mo makikitang connected siya to any autoimmune diseases. But then pregnancy started, yun na yung nagkaroon na ako ng palpitations, chest pains, fever, infection. Pero pa isa-isa siya. And then ano lang, nanganak ako, ganyan. And then after a while, yung mga 2017 na, that's when yung first symptom ko is I had a huge tumor here. It's not really a tumor, but golf ball size. So my cheeks got swollen. Talagang parang malaki siyang ball na ganito. Doon siya nag-start. And we thought, after going to multiple doctors, walang maka-figure out what it is. I've gone through 7 rounds of different antibiotics, 20 plus doctors, but they couldn't really diagnose what it was. They initially said baka tumor, baka cellulitis, just let it go away on its own. So for a couple of months, ganun lang kami kasi walang makadiagnose. But then other symptoms started to add to the situation. Nagkaroon na ako ng on and off fever, nagkaroon na ako ng joint pains, and then I've had, lahat ng headaches, sobrang ang tamlay ko na talaga. Tapos, I think the giveaway during that time na nagsabay-sabay is yung rashes na. So, nagkaroon na ako ng rashes all over the face. And then, when I was referred to a dermatologist, andun na, nakita na nila yung butterfly rash. So, I was in and out of the hospital then. Pero, I feel like I'm very blessed enough na hindi talaga ako na admit sa hospital. Like other lupus warriors na talagang they've been in the hospital for a very long journey. Because I feel like I've advocated for myself din talaga. Because hindi naman sa downplay ng doctors, but there were, lupus is not, we don't really know too much about it. And I feel like the doctors then are trying their best to understand the situation, but not everybody knows a lot about it. And I guess that's one of my advocacies, is to bring light more to lupus and to autoimmune. But it was a struggle for us to find out what it was. Kasi hindi rin sabay-sabay eh. And lupus is nagmimimic siya ng ibang conditions. Yes. So it was really hard. But then the butterfly rashes, and then nag-positive din ako sa ANA test, and then my white blood cells. So lahat na, nagtugma-tugma na siya. And then na-diagnose na ako with it. And we started with high-dose steroids. Lahat na, I've even gone through chemotherapy. But I feel like I've advocated myself din. Talagang I did not stop pursuing. I did not stop jumping from doctors to doctors. Siguro umabot nga ako sa mga 30 to 40 doctors because I felt like, when we were, parang pag medyo nahihirapan, I always wanted to get multiple opinions on what it is. Kasi we even got to a point na tinest na namin lahat, even HIV. During that time, we tested for HIV din talaga. Kasi they both had the same symptoms, like low white blood cell count and all of those stuff. So, hindi rin naman. And then when I was diagnosed with lupus, I actually felt relieved. 50-50 yung feeling ko. Kasi at least may diagnosis na tayo. I was happy because we're getting somewhere. Because if you know kung ano yung condition mo, matitreat ka na ng doctors, diba? But then 50% was really sad because initially, wala talaga akong alam about lupus eh. It wasn't in our family history. Walang may kahit anong autoimmune disease sa amin, as far as I know. So, parang all of us were like dumbfounded na hindi namin alam kung ano ito. And then, that's when the research started. And then, onti-onti siyang pumapasok sa'yo na walang cure si lupus. And then, you look into people who have lupus and then, you know, they died. When you talk to people, they feel like parang dinidikit nila yung lupus. They know somebody who has lupus and then they died. People approach me like that when they found out that I have lupus. I'm so sorry. they say that, I'm so sorry. Meron akong kakilala but she passed away. So parang all at the same time, malalaman mo yung ganun. So parang the world comes crashing down na parang wala na bang hope, ganyan. But then I found lupus support groups and I feel like yun talaga yung pinaka nakatulong sa akin during that time. So that's been my journey with lupus so far.
Yeah. And during those times, kasi yung agony, iba yung agony ng diagnosis. And yes, just like you, I've been through multiple doctors and nakaka-stress. Like, it. And not because the doctor is gaslighting or you don't trust the doctor, but, you know, of course, you want to know the answer right away. During those time, kasi mahirap yon, and the anxiety is so high. Pagka ganon, di ba? So, who is with you that time? Your mom? Your husband?
Yes. My husband and my relatives during that time, talagang very supportive sila sa akin. So, I felt like that's also the reason why nalagpasan ko yung journey na yon. Kasi nandun sila lahat. Parang sila din, they're waiting for an answer. And you know, they're just there praying for you, ganyan. So, I feel like that's where I drew my strength eh. Talagang, I'm very lucky with my doctors kasi talagang makikita mo na talagang concerned sila sa'yo and that it's just a really tricky disease. Eh. Hindi mo masisisi yung doctor na hindi nila ma-figure out kasi sometimes if your symptoms doesn't really match up with an autoimmune disease, talagang there's nothing that we can do. And I'm very fortunate with all my doctors. Talagang very compassionate. You can see na talaga sila, they're really trying their best. Lahat na ng medications, lahat ng tests ginawa na namin, lahat ng referral namin sa specialist. So talagang wala namang na-miss whatsoever. So I'm very fortunate with that. In terms of yun, my family has always been there, but it's always ups and downs then. I feel like that's what every one of us is going through. Now, there will be people who really won't understand your situation. There will be people na talagang, you know, will doubt you for your condition. And kasi maguguluhan din sila. This is something that they probably didn't know in the past. And at the same time, tayo din, we're still discovering what this is, right? So parang it's always a long discussion with them. And sabi nga nila, lupus is an invisible disease, diba? So parang, you don't really look sick. So parang sometimes I had to fight. Kailangan ko talagang, ang hirap eh. Kasi you look very okay, pero deep inside talagang you're dead, di ba? And they don't understand that. I mean, I have a good support system, but I have to be honest din, no? I lost a lot of people during this journey. I lost, you know, even relationships with relatives, relationships with friends. But then, good thing then, kasi you find out sino talaga yung who's gonna stick with you through thick and thin. And that's where you know who your true circle is. So parang, you know, you're blessed then with this journey to see who really loves you to stay with you in this fight.
Yeah, that's so relatable. I also burned some bridges and I've seen people that who really loves me despite, you know, something that is understandable disease, diba? So talagang it's a blessing in disguise at the same time. So since you are already a mother of 3 when you discovered lupus, may we know how did you juggle lupus and at the same time being a mother and a wife to your husband?
Mahirap. What I can tell you is, siguro still now, I'm still trying to figure everything out. But I feel like nakuha ko na yung rhythm. Kasi, you know what, blessing in disguise din siguro si lupus because I myself, I am a very independent woman. So parang before when I was diagnosed, I used to do everything on my end. Parang lahat kinakaya ko. So I feel like maybe God gave me, I don't know, I'm trying to find the purpose of this disease. Maybe God gave this to me for a reason. Because it has opened my eyes to a lot of things. Like you can't do everything by yourself, diba? You need other people in this journey. Hindi lang pwedeng puro ikaw. So when I got diagnosed, as in, talagang wala akong magawa. Even, ang pinaka naiiyak ako before talaga, hindi ka makatayo. Hindi ka man lang makabukas ng pintuan kasi your bones are cracking. Sobrang sakit talaga kahit kumilos lang. Huminga lang, minsan masakit. So parang I needed to depend on other people to do it for me, which hindi talaga ako sanay. But because of lupus, I did understand, lalo na sa husband ko, sa parents ko, let them help you, right? They're there as a partner for them to help you. Parang you can't do everything by yourself. And also, I feel like one purpose as well why I had this, because when you become a mother, when I became a mother, ang mundo ko umikot sa pamilya ko. I forgot about myself. I forgot to do things for myself. I was always doing things for other people, for my husband, for my kids, for the future of my family. I forgot that, I forgot to live my life as well. And then when lupus came, like the doctor said, there's no cure for this. And you see people bigla na lang, they flare up, they die. So parang it opened my eyes na parang you have to live your life because you don't know until you don't know what's going to happen to your life. So that's also the reason why I actually migrated to Canada. And that's the reason, that's my go signal to actually do all the things that I want. So right now, I've ventured into modeling, into acting, and I'm doing all those things na hindi ko nagawa before. I've wasted a lot of my years being afraid to do things because for the safety of my children, because I'm building the life I want for my family, that I forgot to live my own life. And because I have this disease right now, I always, sabi nga nila, you only live once. So parang right now, I'm doing what I want because of this disease. And I get to share it and I get to inspire people along the journey. So I feel like, you just have to look at the bright side of it. You have to look for why you have this, and there, parang there's always a reason why you have this, so make sure to look for it and make sure to live by it. Ganun lang yung motto ko today. Ganun na yung motto ko ngayon. So I feel like it has served a really good purpose in my life too.
Yes, thank you for that. Let us just greet Dr. Colleen. Hello, thank you so much for greeting us. Ayan. Yes, actually, totoo yung sinabi mo. And this is also something that I learned with lupus. And hindi ka pwedeng maging mag-isa sa battle na to. You will really ask help from people around you. And next to that is, yes, you only live once. There's only one life to live, and you have to make the most out of it. Like when I also had my situation na mawala din lahat, I said, this is not the time to stop. I need to be something more. And I have spent time like you building the family that I love. And that is for me, for my siblings naman, and the family of my mom. And I realized this is the time to follow my own dreams. And that's very inspiring of you, Agatha. And thank you so much for sharing that to us. And since you have shared to us migration to Canada, I tried to migrate to Canada before, but also my disease is an issue, lupus. So how did you get through it?
Okay. Well, I definitely want to share kasi marami din nagtanong before sa akin. Now, don't stop because alam mo na ang lupus naman, dito naman sa Canada is may chance, even if you have autoimmune diseases. Alam ko may mga nag-message sa akin before asking about this, and my apologies sa mga hindi ko na-replyan. Minsan wala talaga tayong energy. But yes, pwede pong mag-migrate sa Canada even with autoimmune diseases, even with other medical conditions. But what I know is that meron lang silang parang threshold. So they have to make sure na yung sakit mo is not really gonna be a burden to their government. Kasi dito sa Canada is they merong provincial and federal, like provincial healthcare. So parang ano siya eh, so they just have to make sure na yung condition mo is hindi siya malala, na you're gonna take so much of the funds of the government. Like, let's say, siguro ma-ICU ka for a long time, ang mamahal ng medications mo, you will need like MRI test every week, every month, ganon. So, hindi naman siya automatic no kapag meron kang autoimmune disease. They do medical tests naman. So, when you do medical tests, they will ask you about your medical condition. Let's say, are you in remission? Ano yung mga lab test mo, ano yung mga gamot mo. And probably what they do is they try to compute kung magkano yung foreseeable na magagamit mo sa provincial healthcare and see if, alam ko sa website, meron kasing parang limit per year na dapat ito lang yung ano mo. So they do the computation there. But, don't let it be something that may hinder you, because, take the risk eh. Kasi parang go ahead and apply because they will compute everything on your end. And what I like actually about Canada is they're very multicultural, very diverse, very inclusive sila. I mean, sa Philippines, diba, medyo nahihirapan pa tayo in terms of diversity. Medyo ang discrimination in terms of sa paghahanap lang ng trabaho, diba? Minsan kapag meron kang medical conditions or disability, medyo mahirapan kang maghanap ng trabaho. But what I figured out here is I always declare it. Kasi dito pag nag-apply ka ng trabaho, they will ask you if you have a condition. Lupus actually is specified there. So parang it's kind of considered a disability here too. So may lupus talaga very special for us. Meron talaga siyang nandun na lupus. And I always say yes to that. But I feel like, who knows, diba? But I feel like hindi naman siya naging factor. And I'm also po in HR. I'm also a recruitment manager. So I recruit people. And that has never been, it's always very strict here that you cannot discriminate someone based on age, based on disability, even their race, because mahigpit sila dito. A person can complain if medyo they feel like they have been discriminated based on these certain grounds. So kaya medyo nagustuhan ko rin, which hopefully, all the countries will follow suit to that, including Philippines.
Wow, that's nice. So, wow, as in, wow, sana all. Mapapala all ka, di ba? So, ayun. So now you have migrated and you have seen how equal the country is. Nahirapan ka pa ba mag-adjust as a Filipino and someone with lupus, and then the family is with you at the same time during the migration?
In terms of lupus, mahirap kasi I haven't seen a support group here for lupus specifically, even from my previous province, kasi in Alberta kami una. And then I moved here to British Columbia. Wala akong nakita, or maybe they're just not really that active. Probably there is, but I feel like it's not as strong as the community we have in the Philippines. So that's also one thing that I'd like to spearhead here, because I don't really see a lot of support here. Mahirap din. Honestly, sa Canada, marami ring pros. Pero ang feeling kong disadvantage of like a healthcare that they have, a public healthcare, is ang haba ng wait times. I myself and specialists, sometimes you have to wait for 6 months or even a year to be referred to a specialist. And that's because, kasi hindi naman siya libre because we pay for it sa taxes natin. Pero, that's kind of one disadvantage of public healthcare. You have to wait a very long time for tests and like that. So, in terms of lupus, medyo nagsastruggle pa rin tayo kasi wala masyadong resources on that. But in terms of settling here in Canada, honestly, I was so afraid before going to Canada kasi I didn't know what was here. Pero when you come here, napakarami pong Pilipino. So hindi kayo parang maninibago kasi lahat actually ng pinuntahan namin, stores, offices, even just walking around the streets, marami po kayong makikilalang Filipino. So hindi naman siya sobrang hirap na you feel like you're gonna be in a foreign country. So okay naman siya. Yes, that's probably, I feel like ang daming Filipinos na gustong mag-migrate ngayon. So you're not alone in this journey. And also I've created like a YouTube channel for this one because I want to share how it is to immigrate to Canada. So if you guys want to watch my videos, it's there, all about Agatha. I have videos there on how to migrate to Canada, But me specifically, I went here as an international student. So yun lang, I took up another course. Medyo mahirap lang siya sa umpisa, but it's doable. So yun lang. Just watch my videos and then you can connect with me if you have any questions about that.
And yes, speaking of, dahil nakwento mo nga, you have taken another course. And I have seen you doing some videos about modeling, acting, and actually, I also see hosting there. And I also saw your TikTok. You're doing some TikTok hosting vlogs there. So, now, tapos, ang huli kong balita is you are a candidate for one big competition there in British Columbia, right? And that is the Miss Philippines International, British Columbia, and Canada. Now, ikwento mo sa amin yung journey, paano ka nakasali? At ano ba yung pinaka-exciting na part para sa'yo doon?
Okay. Well, yung pageantry isn't really something na I envisioned myself doing. Lalo na kasi nung nagka-lupus ako, I don't have like any organs involved. So I'm really, really very blessed with my condition na talagang siguro din naagapan or who knows, diba? But it hasn't progressed ever since the diagnosis, so which I'm really blessed about that. Pero ang tinamaan sa akin is more of skin. So I have white spots all over my body na andyan. So it has become an insecurity. Sobra. And I also, since ito nga yung golf ball yung lumaki sa akin, we took so much steroids and then nag-resolve naman siya. Pero ang nangyari is nag-atrophy siya. So ano na talaga siya. And it has always been my insecurity kasi talagang hindi na siya pantay. Parang naging sunken na siya dito. Yes. So, we've been to a lot of specialists and sabi nila ang only thing na makakagamot nito is reconstructive surgery. So, minsan hindi lang siya halata din sa videos and kasi syempre sa pictures naman aangulo ka eh. So, hindi naman nila makikita. But, it's always been my insecurity in person. Alam mo na, people would make fun of you. And yung mga rashes mo, sometimes people will think pag meron kang mga white spots, nakakahawa. Mga ganon. So, I've suffered all those bullying din eh. Parang, even with disabilities, merong time na talagang pipilay-pilay akong lalakad sa Ortigas because I was still coming into work. And then people would stare at you and then you have this disability. I did have the PWD card then, pero you get subjected if you use the fast lane, express lane, people will mock you for that. Like, mukha ka namang maayos eh. And then, you will hear from people. So, pinagdaanan ko yung mga yun. And then, people will see you with mask. They feel like nakakahawa ka. People will see you with rashes. Nandidiri sila sa'yo. And so, I've had that insecurity simula noon. I never really felt confident about myself. So, when our pageant director approached me, saw me on Instagram, and saw the potential that I had, I actually didn't want to consider it because I felt like myself, I wasn't really confident. I may be portraying a little bit of confidence because sometimes you're masking it eh, diba? Ayaw mong ipakita sa tao na weak ka or ayaw mo na kaawaan ka ng mga tao. So I really tried my best to hide it. So people really, feeling ko ganun tayo eh. We're not faking being sick, but we're faking being well. Yun talagang pinoproject natin sa tao na we're doing fine. Kasi gusto kong kalimutan lahat ng lupus eh, na parang lahat ng nangyari sa akin and just start fresh, which is not really possible talaga. So right now, because this opportunity has been given, sabi ko hindi naman lahat ng tao eh nabibigyan ng ganitong opportunity. And more than pageantry, what I like about this one is it's not really focused on how you look like. I'm very short, very petite. So, ang makita natin sa pageantry is, akala mo yung matatangkad, yung mga sexy, yung super ganda. But then, when I spoke to our pageant director, she said it's not about that. It's about being very inclusive, very diverse, and showcasing. I took this opportunity to represent people who don't feel really confident about themselves, but want to try this out. So, for me, it's more of not really something about beauty. It's more of being confident about yourself. And gusto ko rin kasing to have this platform to raise awareness about my advocacies. Itong lupus because, beauty pageants are well known, diba? So if I can use this platform to actually give voice to us, and actually, hindi ko nga alam kung meron tayong like someone who joined beauty pageant na merong ganitong disease. So I feel like if I can spearhead that, it will be a great help to all of us patients, diba? And also at the same time, mental health awareness. Kasi I'm pretty sure all of us na meron nito has gone through a type of, you know, mental breakdown. And I myself, because of this, I've been diagnosed with a lot of mental illnesses. I've been diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. I've been diagnosed with depression, 'di ba? So parang these people, there's always that stigma. I've lost a lot of people because of this, because they don't understand what we're going through. Akala ng iba, you know, I had a period where I isolated myself from a lot of people because I was going through a lot of things, and then people took that negatively. Like they feel like there was something wrong between our relationship, that they didn't understand me, and parang, you know, they judged me for it, the things that I was doing. And when they found out that I had this illness, talagang they used it to attack me whenever whenever I had breakdowns, like magtatago ako sa aking, mag-hibernate ako. They used that to label me as a crazy woman. Ang hirap, 'di ba? Parang yun na may nagdadaanan ka, pero akala nila is, you know, you're this thing. So parang I want that stigma to stop. I mean, this is an illness. It's not, you know, this is a medical condition. It's not just hindi lang siya physical medical condition. It's the state of the mind, and it's a real condition. 'Di ba? Hindi lang siya taong umaarte. So parang I want that to stop, because I still see people right now na talagang pinagtatawanan yung may anxiety, may bipolar disorder, sasabihin nila is praning lang or baliw. It's not that. So I wanna raise awareness for both of those causes, because I feel like it's always related. It's interrelated to our disease. I feel like a lot of us are suffering because of this lupus nga.
You know what, Agatha? It's very lovely. For me, as I can see it, God chosen you to be on this situation for you to advocate more about this invisible disease. And not only of that, but also with the mental awareness for everyone. And the transformation is very beautiful. And I really appreciate how God created your story. And as someone, as you can see your life right now, and with our fellow Lupus warriors, how, what can you say about this blessing?
Well, ito kanina sinabi ko itong, because we had a pageant rehearsal earlier, and I said this quote by Robert Jolie: "Tough times never last, but tough people do." And so ang gusto ko sanang iparating for all of us is, we may be in this position where we are suffering, but it's not really gonna last long. And yun lang, there's hope. Sabi ko nga, hope for lupus, diba? We just have to cling on to that, no matter how small that hope is, no matter how, kahit 1% hope lang yan, that there might be a cure for this disease. There's always that hope. And it's still up to us. It's always, we have to work hand in hand for people to know this disease. Even with me, isa sa mga gusto ko talagang malaman is, even if this helps one person to actually get this diagnosis, kasi yung iba, di ba, they're not aware of this disease. So minsan, meron na silang mga symptoms na ganito, hindi nila alam na ganito pa lang. So what if you know the symptoms of lupus? You know, you can be proactive letting your doctor know, or alam mo yung symptoms nito, that will give you to take action, para pumunta ka sa doktor na, alam ko po pwedeng possible symptom to so I probably need to have myself checked, diba? Kasi I know a lot of us are very busy right now. Kasi kung ako din, siguro years ko nang nararamdaman yung symptoms, but I didn't really think too much about it because I don't know what lupus is. But had I known the symptoms of lupus before, I probably would have gotten myself in earlier, sooner. Na hindi na sana ako umabot din sa point na talagang, you know, ma-admit ka na or ganun lang, na hindi ko na kinailangang sobrang mag-suffer ng sobrang tagal. Because I already know what lupus is. So if I can save at least one person the suffering, then, you know, that gives me the sense of, you know, satisfaction na rin, the sense of fulfillment. And yun, I feel like just helping one person is a great thing for, for all of us.
And you know what? The best title for this episode is Beauty with a Purpose. Because it's not just because what you do, it's not only being beautiful outside but beautiful inside. And aside from that is what also you do is seeing what is the beauty despite of the
Mhm.
darkness that's going on in your life. And that's what is the best lesson that you have been imparting to us today. And we are so blessed to have you this Sunday, Agatha, for that. And I have one more question or few more questions actually. What is your message for yourself?
Um, okay. Sorry, medyo nag-goosebumps ako. My message to myself, siguro is keep going. It's not, I won't really consider myself very successful, but I'm proud of myself for even trying. Diba? Kasi even before, I wouldn't really consider myself doing these things. So parang one regret that I had is I wasted a lot of years not trying out. So my message to myself is just keep going. That's the take risks. Yun lang. If you want to try something, go for it right now. Kasi even if it doesn't succeed, at least you've tried it out. Sabi ko nga sa sarili ko, we're not getting any younger. So probably some people might say I'm a late bloomer in terms of pageantry because I'm already 31, right? And this is my first pageant. But then it's not about the age; it's about what impact you have to everybody right now, diba? And ngayon kasi what I like about beauty pageants, it's very inclusive. It's not just, sabi mo nga, it's beauty with a purpose eh. It's not very focused on beauty na. It's about what you can bring to the table and what you can bring to other people. So yun lang, keep going. And I feel like that's my message to all of us, like all of us Lupus warriors. There's always hope for us. And even if there's no hope, diba? Enjoy your life. Live life to the fullest. In na masasabi mo sa sarili mo na parang I've done what I wanted. Even if this disease beats me, well, I've lived my life with a purpose.
Amen to that. Grabe. Grabe. And of course, you were there because I can see how supportive your children were and your husband and social media. If there's a message that you can give to them, what will be?
Yes, I feel like the strength that I have right now is always tied to them. Kasi minsan nga hindi mo rin maiisip, you don't really know how strong you are until you're left with no choice. Parang before, talagang kasi parang akala mo hindi mo kakayanin, pero pag nandoon ka na pala sa situation na yon, I think I owe where I am today to my children especially because nung sobrang down na ako, my only strength was them. Na parang sila na lang, even if not for me, I have to live for them, 'di ba? Parang so sila talaga minsan iiyak din ako na parang the reason probably why I'm doing everything right now, alam mo merong ibang nagmamock sa akin ng mga tao na bakit parang atat na atat ka, parang dahil mong gustong gawin sa buhay. Pero I always tell them, you don't know how long you're gonna live, right? And with our condition, anything can happen. So I let people understand na I want to do it now because you're not gonna be there. Even if wala kang lupus, you don't know what life's gonna bring you. So parang I owe the strength that I have to my children because that's who keeps me going. Kahit na not for myself, just for them. And I also want to serve as an inspiration to my children. Minsan nakikita ko sila na, they look up to their mother, even if nakikita lang nila na you're happy, you're contributing to whatever organization. And I also want to be a role model to them, to always be an inspiration. Kahit na ang dami-dami, minsan nakikita nila ako rin, malungkot, they're gonna ask you, why are you sad? I tell them I'm just tired. Or why are you crying? I tell them, it's part of life. Eh. You're not always going to get what you want, but I tell them to just keep going and to look for the beauty in it, diba? Look always to the reason why this may be happening. Kung ano yung outcome na pwedeng maganda out of this situation.
Yes, that's so right. Ang ganda. Grabe. And ako mismo na-move din ako kasi, from the struggle of being someone being diagnosed you continue your life. Yan, sorry, live na live tayo. Nawawala ako minsan. Sorry for that. So, one last question, Agatha. I know, I am very moved because I can see how God created the path for you and how He who hasn't seen their beauty in this journey or the beauty of their life despite the darkness. What is your best advice for them?
Sorry, sis, medyo nawala ka. Can I have the question again?
No problem. Para dun sa mga naliligaw pa nating fellow lupus warriors or mga kapwa nating pasyente na medyo dark pa ang paningin at gusto natin tulungan na makita yung kagandahan ng journey natin. Ano yung, aside from what you have mentioned earlier, see the beauty and everything about this process, and there's hope, what is the final advice or the best advice that you can give them?
I think for me, syempre minsan sabi ko nga hindi
They are battling it or while they are still looking for their purpose or looking at their life. Hello?
Hi sis, sorry, can you hear me?
Hello, Aga?
Yes.
Yes, sorry kung umuulan, kaya signal natin.
Okay lang, I got the question, yes. So yun, sabi ko nga, di ba, it's sa journey na to, hindi lang pwedeng tayo lang. So, ang advice ko rin sa kanila na minsan talagang it's not enough na tayo lang yung tutulong sa sarili natin. We need a community then to help us. So, one of my advices to people going through this na hindi pa nila kayang, alam mo na yon, to self-identify what their purpose is, nahihirapan pa sila, is to always look into support groups. Dahil na, ang nakatulong talaga sa akin is finding that community. Lupus Support Group, Live, Love, and Hope, Hope for Lupus Foundation. Doon ko nakuha yung strength ko kasi knowing other people who have the same disease as you talk about a lot of things relatable, diba? You look into their own journey then. So, nung nakita ko, kasi I was very scared about what lupus is. I don't know too much about it. Puro lang pag nagtatanong ka ng puro negative things. But, look into their community. I've met a lot of good friends na, you see the success then in their life. You see they overcome their situation. Nakita mo na gumaling din sila. So, yun din ang advice ko is to have that community of the same people always going through that kasi they really understand you very well eh. Kayo rin yung magsusupport sa isa't isa. So aside from yourself and your family, your friends, kasi sometimes family and friends will really not understand what you're going through kasi they have not gone through that, diba? So surround yourself with people who also have the same journey. Because I feel like doon kayo magkaka-connect talaga and you just uplift everybody. And these events, like what you're doing right now, Sis Leonard, is really, it really is very purposeful as well. Kasi sa hirap ng buhay natin ngayon, even just itong mga vlogs na nakikita natin, story of the month, ganyan, we see the small things that, the small successes in life, and that's where we feel most empowered. So yun, I feel like that's also one thing that I can share kasi that has really helped me a lot during those times na meron talaga akong nakakausap. Kahit nakakausap lang about random things, but I know that they're in the same condition, I feel like I could also be that. Parang ganon. So parang I feel like I could also be in their situation wherein natalo nila yung sakit nila or they're doing well right now. And then pagka the times na down ako, alam mo na, nandyan sila to message you, to give you this hope. And you feel enlightened right away.
That's right. And thank you too. You have built your own community too. So before we end our episode, Agatha, please kindly promote your group and also your blogs and of course the incoming event.
Yes po. I do have a vlog. Medyo hindi lang po tayo active ngayon kasi sobrang dami din. Daming events. But my vlog, if you just want to watch a couple of videos, especially with immigration journey to Canada, my vlog is all about Agatha. And of course, I want to promote our lupus communities, Live, Love, and Hope. We also have Lupus Support Group Foundation and then Hope for Lupus Foundation. Andyan po lahat. Build your community as well. And then, I want to promote my event too. Meron po kami, ang aming Grand Coronation Night is on October 29, 2022. I'll be vying for one of the titles. And syempre, since my kids na tayo, I'll be vying for the Mrs. Crown. Yun din. I hope it will be live streamed po. But if not, it's definitely gonna be there online. Hopefully, it's gonna be live streamed because parang this journey, the reason why I am in pageantry, I owe it to Lupus then, diba? So parang I really want to share this to you guys. So hopefully there will be a live stream. And I'd like to ask for your support din po. And yun lang. Last message to everybody is I feel like you just have to connect with Lupus as if it's your own. Parang you have to own it. Kasi before then, parang very negative ako mag-isip na I want to push it away from me. But I feel like nag-calm down siya when I have accepted the fact that this is my life. This is part of me already. Sabi mo nga kanina na parang twin mo siya. Parang there's another person inside of you that you always talk to every day. Pinapakalma mo siya. You're asking what it wants. But also one good tip is you have to learn how your body works. Siguro yan din yung nakatulong sa akin kaya I can manage my disease right now is hindi ko na pinupush yung sarili ko. I have known how to find my limits. I have known like the spoons that we have, diba? That's a really big factor of my life. I plan my life na parang, okay, hindi ko pipiliting magligpit ng buong bahay ngayon. I will do one chore today and then tomorrow eto naman, hindi ko pipilitin. And I feel like my family has come to accept that I can't do everything. So, yun lang. Don't be super woman, mga ganon. Kasi I was like that before. So, try to find the rhythm and then learn to live with that rhythm. Yun lang.
Yun, maraming salamat, Agatha. Thank you so much, Agatha. I really appreciate your effort for coming today, lalo na with the time difference of Canada and Philippines. We really appreciate your time and you're a very, very inspiring person. And again, guys, just to greet some of the people around here, I think you have some relatives around. Brent Caraveo. We have some more. Atina. And then Mom Mama, she said, Eliza and Eugenio. We also have Miss Erica from US, Dr. Colleen, of course, and Ernie. And we would like to thank everyone who joined us tonight tuloy, morning pa. So, ayan. So, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you for Anela for bringing this episode to us today. And also, plug ko lang din, please go ahead and subscribe to Agatha's blog. She has a lot of information that can help you in learning about Canada and how you can go to Canada. And of course, she's also blogging informations about lupus and mental health awareness. So maraming salamat po sa inyong pagdalo sa ating Lupus Story of the Month. And of course, ano pa ba ang announcement ko? Yung mga sulat ng pag-asa, hindi ko pa po napopost. Pasensya na. At alam niyo naman na nangyari kay Tito Leonard. Nasa chemotherapy the past days. So, ayun po. And last announcement, my book, The Happy Plate for Happy Patient, will be part of the Manila International Book Fair. I will be covered by the 8 Letters Bookstore. So please join us on September. I will be announcing the date. I might be there to do the signing of the book. So thank you so much. Again, Agatha, thank you for having us tonight. And enjoy your dinner tonight too. I hope you have and enjoy the evening. And for all of our lupus patients, warriors here, please enjoy your Sunday. Have a blessed Sunday today. And God bless us all. Thank you so much for watching Live, Love, and Hope. And thank you so much. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye, Agatha. And enjoy the rest of the day. Bye-bye. Thank you.